What up, Christian Grey? How are you, mate? How do I look inside of my wicker basket? G'day, Toad. How are you, mate? What's good? What is good? How do I look inside my wicker basket? I know there's going to be a lot of I told you so's, Toad. You're not the only one, mate. There's going to be a lot of I told you so's, I think. There's going to be a lot of I told you so's. Douglas! Christian! I told you Leon had mid boxing, but I didn't think fucking Belal would be the guy to expose it. Yeah, Toad. Jesus, man, have we got some stuff to talk about. Leon's performance. Legit god awful, right? Like, actually god awful. You know? I'm good, dude. I'm good. It was a busy day at work, but we're here. Cayman, bro, what's up? Sorry, man, I just can't see JDM winning. I think everyone has a chance, but I just think stylistically he will drown. I've got to enter what you've seen on this channel a couple of times now, Cayman, and it's a little something that I like to call delusion mode. And in delusion mode, JDM beats Belal Muhammad 9 times out of 10. I have to listen. I've got to believe that JDM can beat Belal Muhammad, right? It's just one of those cornerstones of being an Aussie. You've got to back him 100%. Nice. Pausing Coronation Street for the Dougie. Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. That's a big deal. Coronation Street is some of that OG British stuff, right? Belal in the pound for pound and Paddy in the lightweight top 15. It's frightening stuff, correct, Hank the Tank. You're not wrong, mate. JDM Rez Belal, a new one. I bloody hope so, Christian Graythan the third. So, this is what we're going to be talking about today. The pound for pound list in the UFC. It's something that we have talked about quite a lot on the live streams. We like to make up our own pound for pound lists on the live streams. So it's going to be something that we're going to make up in today's live stream. What we need to do is look at the current pound for pound list that as we last left it. JDM is a good boxer. JDM is a good boxer. But we thought Leon Edwards was a good boxer, and it turns out that he is indeed dog shit. Enjoy UFC. I enjoyed UFC 304's main event and the early prelims cards. Super Ryzen 3 was dope as well. Hank the Tank, I didn't get to see Super Ryzen 3, so that's something that I'm going to need to check out. I barely got to finish Cage Warriors as well, and I had to go back and watch a few fights of UFC 304 as well. I had to watch a few fights of 304 back, because trying to read the chat the entire pay-per-view is something that I'm going to have to get better at. Belal spent a year and a half training to beat Leon. He improved his boxing and his back takes in order to become Leon's nightmare matchup. Belal spent a year and a half. Yeah, that is true. Like the problem with not being an active champion is you're giving your contenders a lot of time to get ready to fight you. One of the things that Usman and Izzy did so well was staying active and constantly catching their contenders off guard. You know, their contenders would have a busy run through the top 10, top 5, and then they would just pick a name out of a hat and go and fight them when the circumstances were set up best for Izzy and Usman, which is just being an intelligent champion. Sitting out for, nearly, 6 or 7 months for Leon Edwards, and having Belal Muhammad sit on the sidelines for a year and a half, does Toad go to show that it just gave Belal nothing but time to prepare for this fight. And he had a classic Khabib performance. You know, when you hear I've been talking to Khabib Nurmagomedov, I've been talking to Khabib, right? And he's got this specific game plan that's come up that is going to be just for, Khabib's come up with this specific game plan just for Leon. That's one of those things that you think fighters just say to hype up a fight or going into a fight. But it turned out that it looked like we were watching Khabib yesterday. Like that, anyone who was like, oh, that fight was boring, I'm like, this is what it was like in the Khabib era when he was on his way up. He fought exactly like him, man. Ashwizia versus Coolsey is legitimately the fight of the year so far. Not joke. They sound like some proper Japanese names, Hank the Tank. So I'm going to have to check that one out, man. If you know anywhere to watch that fight without going straight to Ryzen's pay-per-view, if you could drop that in the Discord, if you could drop that link in the Discord, that would be awesome, man. I do have a hard time finding Ryzen cards. Wonky Eye is already talking about DDP and going up to middleweight. Chris, did you watch his post-fight press conference? Did you watch his post-fight press conference? Because it was a very small sliver of what he said compared to everything that he said. He did say that he wants to hang around in the division and defend it a couple of times so he can be higher up than GSP on the ranking. Bilal when he fights a real Middle Eastern fighter. He is Middle Eastern, isn't he? What do you mean real Middle Eastern? Or is it because he grew up and was born and raised in Chicago? It was one of those fights that was crazy live, but would probably suck to rewatch. Are you talking about the main event of 3 or 4? Yeah, going back and rewatching it's going to be hard, or it is hard to do. But even then, not so much because, actually, yeah, no, Toad. Even then, not so much. Going back and watching it, rewatching it isn't so bad. Like last night when I was thinking about the recap video and just chilling out. I think I watched the first round like 3 or 4 times to make sure that the scoring for round 1 was proper. Chicago in his entire life, yes, including birth. True. It's funny because before the first Belal-Leon fight, someone was trying to convince me to pick Belal, and I picked Leon. And I did not expect Belal to go on the run that he did. Now he is the champ. Yeah, I don't think anyone really saw the kind of success that Belal was going to have. You know, I saw on Twitter that MMA Joey picked Belal Muhammad, but I assume that MMA Joey picked Belal Muhammad to win via his wrestling prowess. Like I don't know if any of you guys listen to Joey, but was Joey picking Belal Muhammad to win with fists? You know, to piece up Leon Edwards on the hands. Tony, what's up, brother? It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing good, dude. Haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope work's going well. We haven't all fallen into a black hole yet. So, I hope work's going well, my friend. My friend Sean is from Illinois and very happy he won, and Belal likely doesn't give 2 shits about his local fans. I'm sure he does, man. He was rocking a Chicago t-shirt at the pre-fight press conference, and at the post-fight press conference he was calling for like a sports parade as if they had won a Super Bowl or something. So I'm sure Belal does give a shit about his local fans, man. He seems to be repping Chicago pretty hard over the weekend. Mike Beltran, a crooked cop in LA, just saw a thread that proved it. Yeah, who does it, man? Mixed Martial Academic does the MMA Theories Iceberg. And yeah, Mike Beltran was in with the gangs back in LA. Yeah. And dude, the way that he was talking to Makhayev was fucking proving it, dude. The way he was talking down to Makhayev was so funny, man. DDP would have his way with Belal like he did with the Guru in South Africa. DDP will have his way. Oh, yeah, man. Like he did with the Guru in South Africa and the Diddy emoji. I gotta work on that emoji. Yeah, I know. Like DDP would be able to handle Belal. They have the same sort of pressure, except DDP would obviously just be a lot bigger. UFC Chicago, last time was at UFC 238, and the main event was Cejudo versus Moraes. Yeah, why not? Why not? Absolutely get over there. Early next year, fuck going to Canada. Fuck going to Canada again. Go to UFC Chicago, for sure. Only UFC in UFC Palace. I don't think you're allowed to even say the name of that country anymore on YouTube. Weird that. I'm sure you could say the name of the other country. Huh. Noticing things. JDM is a nightmare matchup for Leon and a tough one for Shavkat. If he stays away from Belal, he can become champ. So, Toad, what we need to do to get a belt wrapped around JDM is have Shavkat versus Belal Muhammad next for the title shot, and then have JDM versus Kamaru Usman for the #1 contender shot on the same card as a 25-minute fight. That way, JDM beats Usman, Shavkat beats Belal, and like I have predicted, July 2025, JDM wins the belt. Yeah, man. You lubes a what? No, Doug. I do not watch MMA. Yeah, but I know some of the. I know some of the audiences crossover. Like I know some people watch MMA Joey here, and some people in MMA Joey watch me. I know there's crossover in the audiences. You know, and that's all good. There's different styles of YouTube commentary for different folks. Now, butter on a tart, like butter on a Pop-Tart. That's a beautiful matchup. Christian Grayson III, I do not understand your butter on a Pop-Tart reference. Now, we do have to look at the pound-for-pound list as we wrote it last time we sat down and talked about the pound-for-pound list. And we had Leon Edwards as number 4 on the pound-for-pound list. Now, it is clear that Belal Muhammad has to go on the pound-for-pound list. That seems to be some sort of weird rule that the UFC have come up with, where if you win a UFC title, you're instantly on the pound-for-pound list. The question is, where in God's green earth do we put Belal Muhammad on our pound-for-pound list, and how far down does Leon Edwards drop? I think the easiest thing to do would be to look at how far down the pound-for-pound list Leon Edwards drops. Because, quite frankly, last night's performance from Leon Edwards was horrible. Mountain Man, 16. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was bad. He got outstruck by Belal Muhammad consistently. Anytime there was striking, he got outstruck by Belal Muhammad. He got out-wrestled by Belal Muhammad. The only good thing Leon Edwards did last night was his get-ups. That was it. Only his get-ups and landing that sick elbow in the last 30 seconds. Mountain Man at number 16. I don't even know if Leon Edwards deserves to be on the pound-for-pound list anywhere. I think Leon Edwards gets booted off the pound-for-pound list completely. Belal should be 16. Well, I mean, if Leon gets booted off the pound-for-pound list, then by that theory, everyone goes up one, right? So by that theory, everyone goes up one. And what, you reckon Belal... But like... So Belal... But... But Belal Muhammad is more well-rounded than Charles Oliveira. So is Belal Muhammad... Is anyone upset that Makayev was cut? The only reason that I'm upset about it, Alex, is because it's part of the UFC slipping in being the gold standard of MMA. The UFC is meant to have the best MMA fighters in the world, and getting rid of someone just because they're a prick to work with is not great, I don't feel. I feel we should be keeping I feel like we want to be having the best fighters in MMA in the UFC. And kicking someone out just because they're a prick to work with isn't so good. All Leon had was good reversals that gave him rounds 3 and round 5. But apart from that, he got dominated. 187. Belal should be 7th. Who we got at number 7? Max Holloway. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring him up the rankings. I just sort of slid him in there now at number 12. But yeah, I'm looking at the way that we have our pound-for-pound list, and I am thinking that Belal's going to have to be further up, man. Like, shit, I feel like Aspinall's got to be further up as well. You love seeing Makayev get cut? You don't think it's bad for the brand? Ilya Tapuria, Sean O'Malley, Alexander... Man, we got to move Alexander Volkanovski down. We got to move Alexander Volkanovski down, don't we? I can't keep Alexander Volkanovski at number 6, can I? Number 1, Islam Makhachev. Number 2, Alex Pereira. Number 3, John Jones. But no, Aspinall's better than Jones. Aspinall number 3? Yeah, but Ilya Tapuria's got a better skill set than Aspinall. Ilya Tapuria's got a way better skill set than Aspinall. How did Ilya Tapuri end up as number 3 on the pound-for-pound list, though? That doesn't make any sense. Hang on. Islam Makhachev, Alex Pereira, Ilya Tapuri, Tom Aspinall, Sean O'Malley, John Jones, Max Holloway, Dricus. Why is John Jones so high? How did we make this list last time? Would you guys be surprised to think that Belal Muhammad's striking was cleaner than Dricus du Plessis' striking yesterday? Like, who has the I would say that Belal has the cleanest striking. Because if Belal's obviously better on the ground than Dricus. Belal's definitely. You think Dricus has got cleaner striking than what Belal had last night? Dricus with his big overhands. He just is like he's wading into the pool doing freestyle swimming. Belal was clean with the uppercuts and the jabs. Tom Aspinall's level of dominance has been crazy. It fucking has, Toad. Absolutely, man. Volk is better than DDP. I don't know if he is anymore. I don't know if Volk is slipping. Funny, Dana says that the PFL is getting a great undefeated guy when there isn't a flyweight division in the PFL. Oh, no shit, Alex. Oh, no shit, isn't there? Yeah, man, I don't watch the PFL, bro. I watch One, Eternal, Cage Warriors, and UFC. I don't bother with the PFL. Dricus did knock out Whittaker. Dricus did knock out Whittaker at 187. That's true. DDP can knock someone out. Yep. Belal couldn't even dominate a one-armed Gilbert Burns. Yes, true. And Alexander Volkanovski was winning that first round against Ilya Tapuri until he got chinned. Yes. This feels better, right? It's like saying Garbrandt up to Dominic Cruz was a better striker than Max Holloway. Yeah, it was one before. The recency bias hurts, yeah, Hank. The recency bias hurts. 50-50 on the poll. DDP got the power, though. That's the difference. Yeah. No, I'm with you guys. I'm with you on that one. So I think the way that the UFC's current pound-for-pound rankings should be is... Do I not have Strickland? Oh, my God, yeah. Sorry, shit. My bad. Yep. Belal spiked him through the canvas. Yeah. Pound for pound, bolt spot, dead. What's up, Axel? How you going, man? So the pound for pound rankings should be number 1 Islam Makhachev, number 2 Alex Pereira. Why have I got Alex Pereira as number 2? That doesn't make sense. Alex Pereira should be number 5. Yeah, that's how it should be. Yep. Where's Nate the Train, baby? Nate the Train in the UFC, baby. Okay, so what do we got? We got Islam Makhachev, number 1. Number 2 is Ilya Tapuri. Number 3 is Sean O'Malley. Number 4 is Tom Aspinall. Number 5 is Alex Pereira. Number 6 is John Jones. Number 7 is Max Holloway. Number 8 is Dricus du Plessis. Number 9 is Alexander Volkanovski. Number 10, I can't believe I am saying this, is Belal Muhammad. Number 11 is Alexandre Pantoja. Number 12 is Sean Strickland. Number 13 is Charles Oliveira. Number 14 is Israel Adesanya. And number 15 is Aljamain Sterling. Yeah. That seems about right. The Monkey King gets his belt taken away, and one Belal Leon. Wait, hang on a second. gets his belt taken away in 1-4 head slams, but Belal and Leon for head slapping, grabbing the cage is okie dokie. Oh, I'm fucking with you, man. Yep. Islam should go even higher. Somehow, I know that we know that he schooled every welterweight as well. Islam should go even higher somehow. I know that we know he schooled every welterweight as well. Yeah, dude, it's fucking... Islam should go even higher. But, Islam is almost so far ahead of the rest of the list. It's fucking wild, man. Islam is so far ahead of the rest of the game. Nate's the best brother out there. True. Sterling is washed. JDM 15. Oh, I like that, Mountain Man. I like that. Belal winning the belt by the most dominant 48-47 decision of all time is such a Belal way of doing it, isn't it? Isn't it? The fact that Belal Muhammad could so clearly win that belt and still have people sit back and say, kind of close though. And really, it was kind of close, though. You know, that first round is an arguable first round for Leon Edwards. So, Belal Muhammad, destroys Leon Edward. And even though he clearly destroys Leon Edward, you could still sit back and be like, it was close, though. It was a close destruction. Mate, I am so happy with swapping out Aljamain Sterling for JDM. I don't mind that at all. Sneak JDM into the 15th spot, so when he body shots KO, we can jump him up into the first play. Good move, Axel. That's thinking there. We're already starting to move the pawns on the chessboard so we can go for the kill later. I like where your head's at, Axel. I like Guru's idea of making him fight JDM, age himself out, and then Shavkat whoops him. I like Christian's idea before. Let's let Shavkat beat Belal. Let's get JDM another win against Kamaru Usman, and then they can go at it. You know what I mean? Anakin, what's up, man? You changed your name. You changed your profile picture. Look at the Guru's new video pic. All right, let's go check out the Guru's new video pic. What's Guru up to today? The cheeky fuck. So he's going with JDM just off the thumbnail. He's going with JDM next, is he? Cheeky Guru. Anakin says, Belal cooks JDM, Usman, and Gary. The only guy he loses to is Shavkat, which is why it should be Belal versus Shavkat next, and then Shavkat versus JDM for the belt. If Belal didn't land the uppercut in the first, there would somehow be a real argument that Leon won. I know, Toad. I know. It's insane that he could have such a close fight that he clearly won. It's like we were saying, it's classic Belal. Shavkat is going to be JDM's boogeyman. He'll have to fight him eventually. Yeah, well, I don't think JDM is that scared to fight Shavkat, Hank the Tank, mate. I've JDM has called out Shavkat a number of times. And if only JDM's arm wasn't falling off, they might have fought already. Shavkat is going to lose to JDM. That's the way, Axel. I agree, mate. Absolutely, brother. All right, are we all happy with the pound for pound list as it stands? I was surprised to see Belal tossing Leon around like that. That was the part, Anakin, that I was expecting, if anything. I was expecting Belal to have success with his wrestling. The fact that he outstruck Leon Edwards so easily is what really surprised me, man. JDM sends Belal back to the P place, even though he was born and raised in Chicago. Good, he could live there. He'll be very happy with it. I honestly think Shavkat isn't great at striking at all. If JDM sprawls the takedowns, he wins. That's what I think, Hank the Tank. That's it. I do think Shavkat is a good striker, but I don't think he is on this same level as, say, an Ian Gary, a Wonderboy, or a JDM. If Leon can almost solve Belal, Shavkat will. Yeah, this is what I said in my post-fight recap. If Leon Edwards can get up from full-on bottom position underneath Belal Muhammad, if he can get himself back up, JDM can do that easy. JDM can do that easy. So it's just like, Belal is just a placeholder champion right now. Do you think Shavkat can do good in 5 rounds if he doesn't get the KO or the sub? I think to say that he could easily do 5 rounds would be very uneducated because we haven't seen it. You know, it's like how Tom was saying in the post-fight presser yesterday, Anakin. I don't know if you saw Tom's post-fight presser, but he was saying how he's genuinely disappointed he's never been drug into deep waters. Like, he trains to go into deep waters. He expects the fight to go into deep waters, but he does not know how he's actually going to go with the adrenaline dump and with someone actually trying to take him out. Like, he does not know what deep waters really feel like. He's just tried to simulate them in the gym. So, I think the way that Tom talked about it, Anakin, is probably the most fair way to say it, isn't it? Like, you just don't know how you're going to go until you're actually in there. I was hoping that Leon would lose that belt eventually. His fights are so fucking boring. Well, yeah. I mean, with Leon Edwards needing 9 years or whatever it was to get a title fight, he's never getting another one after that. Shavkat almost got finished badly in the regionals. JDM knocks him out. Joe Rogan knows these things. Nice, Christian Grey. All right, I figured we could do something that we haven't done in a while, which is a tier list. We haven't done a tier list in a couple of weeks, boys, so I figured we could go do a tier list. And the tier list that I had planned for us today is something that we talked about yesterday on the live stream, and I thought it was a goddamn hilarious one, so it was something that we could get into today. And this tier list is fighters that you could beat up. Fighters that you think you could beat up just by the look of them. Just by the look of the fighter, you go, oh yeah, I reckon I could beat that guy up. You know, if you saw that guy in a pub, you'd be like, I reckon I could smash that guy, no worries. Tier list, yes. Imagine we get Gary versus Leon. Imagine we get Gary versus Leon next. Who would you pick in that one? Ian Gary versus Leon Edwards. I would go with Ian Gary at this point. But that might be one of the most boring fights ever. But at this point, I would go with Ian Gary. There we go. Nice. Chase Uber. Oh, Chase Uber absolutely has to be on the list. Usyk has to be on the list for sure, boys. For sure. Let me get my notepad out. Usyk, yep. Chase, yep. Now, Usyk. All right, I got Usyk right here. So, oh, man, poor Usyk. He does have that look, doesn't he? Of just this, like, you are there. If I saw Usyk at a bar, I wouldn't be backing down. If he was giving me the eyes, there's no way I'd be backing down. So, I don't know if, like, we want to go straight away with an S tier for Usyk. Look, we're going to, obviously, as we do these tier lists, we are going to move things around. I don't know if I want to jump straight into the S tier, but Usyk is definitely one of those guys where if you bumped into him at a pub fight, you'd be like, oh yeah, this cunt. Easy smashing this cunt. So he's definitely going up in the A tier. Yo Romero is going all the way down in D tier, mate. Kai Kara France, you want to do Kai Kara France? Bang, there's Kai Kara France. Kai Kara France, listen, he looks a little bit more intimidating than Usyk. You know, this like one of these guys looks a little bit more intimidating than the other. Francis Ngannou, Mick Parkin. Let's start off with the big three. Out of these three, I would have to say that out of Usyk, Sean O'Malley, and Kai Kara France, I would have to say that at least Kai Kara France has got that killer in his eyes. Look at his eyes. At least he looks like he's got something in his eyes. There's some intimidation there. This guy looks like a fucking Twitch streamer. This guy looks like the kind of person that would start crying if you said something mean about them. And Steven Usyk is now that I'm looking at these three, Steven Usyk is going up there on high on A tier. So this is probably where we're going to go. We're going to Steven Usyk high up on the A tier. We're going to go Sean O'Malley high up on the S tier. Sean O'Malley looks like a Twitch streamer. You'd easily clean him up. And then Kai Kara France, I'm going to put someone down in the B tier. You know what I mean? Face tattoos are a red flag. Weapons are a high probability. I disagree, Mountain Man. I disagree, mate. Like, just because you have... Like, I've seen, like, women walking around at the shopping center that have face tattoos. You know what I mean? Stephen Thompson. Yep, that's going on the list, Anakin. I like that one. Like, I think face tattoos have become so commonplace, they're really not that intimidating at all. Now, Anakin, before I saw you talk about Paddy Pimblett, and Paddy Pimblett, weirdly enough, came up in the conversation yesterday. People don't seem to be intimidated by Paddy Pimblett, but I think Paddy Pimblett is a fucking psycho. Like, there is this look in this eye. When are you getting a face tat, Dougie? If Shamil Gaziev ever wins a heavyweight title, I'll get the blob underneath my left eye. Paddy Pimblett, when he looks emaciated and he's got that red under his eyes, like he's been starving himself for 3 months, and when he's got his cornrows in, does look like a fucking psycho. Like Paddy looks fucking scary as shit. Paddy Pimblett is going all the way down here because Paddy Pimblett is an intimidating motherfucker. If you saw Paddy Pimblett when he was weight cutting with his braids in, you'd just give him your girl. You'd be like, take her. She's all yours, mate. I'm not here to die today. It's because when they want everyone to think they are tough, they need weapons to feel masculine. Yeah, it's weak. That's weak energy, mate. Paddy looks scary with the braids. Oh, Paddy the Paddy. Well, that's the other thing, Toad. Like, Belal Muhammad, I do think he is very intimidating. I think Belal Muhammad is extremely intimidating, you know? For all the reasons that we went to war in the noughties. You know what I mean? Like, if you were drawing some cartoons, you'd be intimidated. You know, if you were a French newspaper, you'd be getting intimidated. Like, Belal Muhammad is there's a reason that the Olympics will make fun of Christianity, but they won't make fun of, they won't start drawing things in newspapers. You know what I mean? Because there's a high level of intimidation there. So I'm putting Belal Muhammad, like, I'm putting Belal Muhammad all the way behind Paddy. I mean, you know what? But Belal Muhammad's barely on the list. There's Belal Muhammad, just one eye, creeping up over the list. Money Moicano. Now, I think it wouldn't be fair unless we did this one, obviously, next. Lucas Tracy. Lucas Tracy on the intimidation list. Oh, Diego Lopez, for sure. Jordan Levitt. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a great one. That's a great one, Mountain Man. That's a great one. Yep, Colby will go on next. Moicano. Yep. Lucas is not a fighter, though. He thinks he is. All right, not Lucas. All right, Lucas. Lucas can be saved from the intimidation list. See ya, Lucas. Lucas is a fighter at his heart. I know, mate. Lucas has been talking smack about the guru, mate. Now, Colby. You know, Colby Covington could look intimidating, couldn't he? Like, Colby Covington could look intimidating, but then when he opens his mouth and starts to talk with these pre-scripted lines, he sort of loses his intimidation factor. So I'm going to put Colby Covington high up in B tier, but if he had just shut the fuck up and mean mugged, he'd be way lower on the list. But just the way, yeah, Colby's just that class jock, yeah. And that, like, he loses the intimidation factor. But if he just shut the fuck up. Lucas wants that money piggy red slop nut. Ew. Ew. Sandhagen? Yeah, that's a great one. Magomed Ankalaev, you think Belal top 10? How are you, brother? We just spoke about this. I bring up for you now, mate. I bring up for you now Magomed Ankalaev. Good to see you, brother. Now, where was I? Where did we have my pay-per-view rankings? Here it is, Magomed. I bring up for you right now, my friend. Good to see you, Magomed. Belal Muhammad comes in at number 10 exactly on our pound for pounds ranking list. Royval, Moreno, Nate the Train, and Trevor Peak. They're very fucking intimidating, mate. Very fucking intimidating. So, there you go, Magomed Ankalaev. Good to see you, brother. Hope you do good. Kevin Holland, low on the list. What about Ian Gary? Do you guys find Ian Gary's look at all intimidating? Chris Curtis is very intimidating, man. Very intimidating, man. Do you find the look of Ian Gary at all intimidating? I don't think so. I think he's a solid brother. I'm not in top 15. No, Magomed, you need to prove yourself. P-head, you fucking P-head lad. Yeah, I don't find Ian Gary that intimidating either. I think he's up there in the A tier. He looks like the lanky guy that fucking wind could blow over. You know what I mean? He absolutely looks like the kind of guy that wind could blow over. Brendan Royval. G'day, legend. Jake Hadley. He looks like a baby. Yep. Curtis Blades. Oh, man. Curtis Blades is an intimidating motherfucker. G'day, legends. Brandon Royval. He's up there. He's right up there. In fact, he might be going. Siddle Gunn. We'll put him on the list. He'll be low on the list. Gary need to fight Leon Edwards. Gary does need to fight Leon. No. Yes. Benil Dariush. Absolutely going on the list, Mountain Man. Absolutely. Uriah Faber. Yes. We're going to have a hell of an A tier. We're going to have to really start working on the C tier. I mean, on the S tier, because we're going to have a hell of an A tier. Brandon Royval, you know what? I actually think he goes just behind Sean O'Malley. He goes just behind Sean O'Malley. But then there's Corey Sandhagen to consider. Is there any murder in Corey Sandhagen's aura? Is there any fear that you get from Corey Sandhagen looks like just the most chilled stoner mate you'd ever have. Paulo Costa, yep. Michael Chandler. Anakin, you're mentioning the killers, mate. We're going for the people that are the least intimidating in the UFC. You're going like Cyril Gahn, Curtis Blades, Paulo Costa, Michael Chandler. These are like intimidating looking men. Corey Sandhagen looks like the kind of guy you'd go like to a psychedelic festival with, and he'd just be cruising around the place, hugging everybody. I think he is the first one to skip over Sean O'Malley. Anakin, you're going like the complete opposite direction, mate. Corey looks a lot like a low-key serial killer. So what, you think Corey Sandhagen should go behind Sean O'Malley? You think Sean O'Malley is still the least intimidating bloke in the UFC? I mean, looking like dude, I don't know, man. Honestly, Corey Sandhagen just looks like way too chilled. He is that guy cruising around at the music festival, just wanting to hand out joints and be mates with everybody. At least with Sean O'Malley's face tattoos, there's that maybe if factor. C for Sandhagen. We need a poll. All right, Corey Sandhagen is still up for debate. Wild. I had no idea, mate. Corey Sandhagen is still up for debate. Tom Aspinall is both unintimidating and the scariest man on the planet at the same time. Facts, mate. Hey, you're not going to have Urseg in S tier? Because these guys, like, Urseg I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point, Larry. Like I said, this is something that we can move around a little bit. Gaethje with glasses, true. He read the book of the 5 rings. He's cold, dead eyes too. Yeah, that man was sighted on Jan. All right, where are we at? It's between A tier and all right, A tier and B tier. Okay, listen. I like the idea that he has read the 5 rings, so we sort of know about that. So I'm gonna put Corey Sandhagen down here in B tier. I'll make him a high B tier. How about that? Justin Gaethje looks like the kind of guy who thinks he can kick ass with 0 training, always loud and douchey at bars. Facts, that is so fucking true. Especially when he's got the glasses on. Justin Gaethje definitely does not look intimidating at all. SSS, Charles with the glasses. Charles with the glasses as well. Yep. Henry Cejudo. Yeah, he can go on the list. Aljo. In between S and A, the man's voice is a Looney Tunes character. ASB. Is Leon Edwards less intimidating than Sean O'Malley? I think he is, mate. Leon Edwards is extremely, especially like if you were at the bar, right, and the scrap was about to start, right, he'd be like, that's 9 insults in a row. That's 9 insults in a row. You know, let's go outside. I'll fuck you up. You're too slow. You're too slow. I'll mess you up. You're too slow. You're gonna go to sleep. You know, let's step outside and we'll settle it right now. Let's step outside, we'll settle it. That's nine insults in a row. Yeah, that is. Leon stays too technical. He'd lose at leg kick while mumbling in a bar fight. Leon's body language makes him very unintimidating. I'd catch Leon on the feet at this point. Man, I don't think it's possible to lose so much aura in one title fight. Yeah, and the way he talks to... Yeah, that's the thing, Larry. Like, if a punch was about to go down, you'd be not intimidated at all. Leon would catch these hands from Anakin Skywalker. Leon is the new Belal. Crazy how much shit has changed in one title fight, guys. Crazy how much shit has changed in one fucking title fight. So nuts, man. In one title fight, Leon Edwards has gone from like number 2 on the pound for pound list, number 3 on the pound for pound list, to people seriously being like, who the fuck is that guy? Now, you guys, Justin looks so different without the beard. I know. Now, you guys might have a take on this. Justin Gaethje looks like the kind of bloke that grew up in Tasmania. His mother is his sister, if you know what I'm saying. His cousin is his wife. He looks like he needs to go to the special classes. And he's got that strength. You know the strength? The Nate the Train strength. The Matt Smith strength. You know the strength? These kind of people that have this look in their eyes intimidate me because they don't feel pain, you know? They don't feel he's got that, you know what I mean? They don't feel pain when they got that look in their eyes. And they don't know when enough is enough in a street fight. Like someone will be unconscious on the ground with their head on the concrete, and this look in their eyes makes them want to keep going. This is an extremely intimidating look right here. Extremely intimidating look. I'm putting Justin Gaethje down here. Belal is the new Usman brother. True. I'd knock Leon out cold if he poured at me with his lead hand just floating in space forever. My uppercut ain't Belal girl punch. I'm sleeping Leon if he tries that. My uppercut isn't a Belal girl punch. I'm going to sleep Leon Edwards if he tries that. Oh my god. Funny how he would have lost less aura if he'd gotten finished in the first round too. That's true, Larry. Like the fact that it was such a prolonged and slow beatdown. Oh my god, guys, look at this photo of Justin Gaethje. Can I save this one? Fuck, it's one of those files that doesn't work. There's a photo of Justin Gaethje that's so much better than this one. Oh my god. Yeah, Larry, you're absolutely right, man. Like the prolonged, slow beatdown of Leon Edwards just beat the aura out of him. Justin kind of sounds like he'd be. Yeah, exactly. Generational copper poisoning is a bitch. True, mate. All right, next one up. Beneil, I'm 50 years old. I lost my birth certificate. I don't know how old I am. Dariush. Now, if we're going to be giving Corey Sandhagen intimidation points because he has read the Book of the Five Rings and he knows the art of war, then you have certainly got to give Beneil Dariush not intimidation points for just how into Jesus he is. You know what I mean? Like, he's just so into Jesus. So if you're going one way with Corey Sandhagen, it's only fair that you go the other way with Beneil Dariush. Leon needs to go to the PFL. True, Magomed. Dominic Cruz? Yes. Beneil is a very underrated pick. I know. Raul Rosas Jr.? Yes, Anakin. Now you get the game. Before, you were talking about just the fucking killers in the UFC, mate. I click only to find Beneil's blown up face on the screen looking high as fuck. What's up, Douglas's memo? Is there a G tier? There is not a G tier, no. You know, I don't think Beneil is S tier. I don't think he's S tier because he at least has got that like old man dad strength. You know what I mean? Like if you sized him up and he gave you that confident look, you'd be like, this guy has been in some, like, because he's old. You know, like old cunts don't get into bar fights unless they know how it goes. So like a man, like he like comes plodding along, you're hitting on his misses, and he comes plodding along, and he just gives you this look. Right? This look. And you go, oh, this guy actually means business. You know what I mean? Like a fucking 50-year-old guy doesn't just go, how you going, cunt? That's my fucking missus, mate. You best fucking step on back, cunt. Do you want some of this, mate? Fucking back up, son. Yeah, he's actually a lot more when I actually start to play this scenario out, he's a lot more intimidating. Mike from Baking Bad Energy, exactly, Hank the Tank. Exactly. I've seen him make someone do a backflip with a single punch. A good point, Axel. Maybe A tier. I'm not pressing Benny. No. I don't know. I could see Rosas being intimidating. He could very easily be if we didn't know he was an actual killer. Yeah, Beneil Dariush is going in C tier. Maybe high D tier. Yeah, I'm not starting in Beneil. I'm not walking up to him, mate. I'm not being that guy. However, Uriah Faber. The little boy Uriah Faber. Not intimidating at all. And he has almost, I think he's the same age as Beneil Dariush as well. Ryan Hall, Brendan Allen. Yes. Yes, Ryan Hall, Brendan Allen. Would he have lost more or less aura if he got flatlined from getting spiked on his dome? He would have lost less aura than the amount of intimidation that Leon Edwards lost in that title fight is only on par. Are we doing MMA fighters? We are doing MMA fighters, Mountain Man. The amount of intimidation level that Leon or current UFC. We're just doing whatever. I mean, I tried to throw Lucas Tracy on this list, so whatever you want, Mountain Man. We're playing it by ear. We're making up the rules as we go. Tony, I think Max Holloway beat the shit out of Brian Ortega, and then Volkanovski went ahead and beat the shit out of Brian Ortega as well, and everyone was just like, Brian Ortega is fucking useless. You know what I mean? It was like that, but even that level of intimidation, that level of auralist, Mountain Man, that's a really good one. Ben Askren, that's a really good one. That level of intimidation took 2 fights. Took 2 fights to lose that level of intimidation. Leon Edwards did it in one fucking night, in a fight that he nearly won as well. Like, that is actually crazy to think about. You know what I mean? Uriah Faber. I mean, he's more intimidating looking than Steve Erceg. You've got to put him in B tier. You've got to put him in B tier. I think he goes here like this. I think he goes high B tier like this, like behind Sandhagen. Artem looks intimidating for the same reason, for the same fucking reason that Gaethje looks intimidating. Sam Patterson. And again, that's a perfect one. That is a perfect one. Oh man, I want to do Ben Askren next. Oh shit, no, I already loaded someone up. Hang on. The pretty boy himself. The pole dancer himself. Hey, what's up, Mo? How you going, man? What's up, Mo? How you going, man? Interesting question. I'd almost say it's the way he could have gotten finished early and lost more aura, because he really caused the spike himself. He should have tucked his head and tried to roll. I'd almost say that... How are you, Mo? I hope you're doing good, man. Good morning. Interesting question. I'd almost say it's the way that he could have gotten finished early and lost more aura. Yeah, but a spike just seems like a freak accident. Like, I know he rolled into it himself. I agree, Larry. But it does always just seem like a freak accident. I think the way that Belal Muhammad beat the piss out of him so consistently does really like hurt his aura way more. Hey, Mo, what do you reckon of the new pound for pound list? What do you reckon of the new pound for pound list? Now that Leon Edwards is off the list, we updated the pound for pound list earlier in the stream before we started doing a Dougie, a spike is not a freak. No, I mean it seems like a freak accident. Like, it's not something that's meant to happen. Like, a spike is something that's sort of like you do it as you're going for a body slam, because spikes are illegal in MMA. So when a spike does happen, they're almost like you're meant to be turning the opponent all the way over. Like, no one goes for a dead-on fucking Jessica Andrade, Rose Namajunas, head down, flat on the mat spike. You know what I mean? It always seems like, oh fuck, they just took their body slam too far. Ilya does not deserve to be on the list. I think he tried but went for the roll too late. Yep. Here we go. Well, I knew this list would get Mo riled up. That's why I brought it up straight away. You can't beat a goat and be considered a goat. Leon just proved this. I know, dude, Mo. When I was doing my reaction video, all I could think about, like, this is going to fuck up my pound for pound ranking so much. Like, this is going to just throw everything about the way that I do my pound for pound rankings out the fucking window. He beat the fuck out of Leon Edwards, who I think we had ranked at like 4th or 5th. I think when we started the stream, where did we have him, chat? We had him ranked at number 4, where I left the pound for pound rankings. And I just booted him off the pound for pound rankings. He lost so badly. Again, this goes back to what we were talking about with losing so much aura, right, guys? That he just gets booted off the pound for pound list completely. He lost so badly. And Belal beat him up so convincingly, and yet somehow it was still a relatively close fight. Well, it happened because he was looking at the canvas until that very last moment, which was most likely either because he was getting kind of scared or not in the right headspace at all. Because Leon was looking at the canvas. Yeah. True. The fact that Belal almost killed Leon is crazy to think. Head slam dead. That's good. Honestly, think about how long he has taken a hiatus. You know for goddamn sure that both Leon and Ilya got to fight a GOAT past their prime. Both Leon and Ilya got to fight a GOAT. Oh, I get what you're saying. I know, but we still got to look at the skill. So I guess with the pound for pound list, we know, Mo, that the UFC are going to put their champions in the pound for pound list. So I'm trying to look at their skill sets the way that they have them. We've been over this a couple of times. I do think Ilya Tapuria's got great clean boxing, and I do think he's got cleaner boxing than Sean O'Malley and a better ground game than Sean O'Malley. This is the thing. Like, to me, the pound for pound list is a skill for skill list. You're right, like resume stacking, they did beat a GOAT when the GOAT was past their prime. Not even a GOAT. They beat the champion when the champion was falling off. Leon lost so much credit. I know, it's scary, man. Colby's legacy is in tatters. Colby's legacy's been in tatters. But yeah, Colby's career is dead in the fucking water. It happened to me once when I had something very heavy going on and wasn't focused on my training. My dog was on death's door. Oh, shit, Larry. That's hard to hear, man. That's sorry to hear that. Ilya needs to be off the list. No. No, Mo. No, Mo. And what do you mean? Listen, Mo, there's so much going on with what you're saying here. Number one, I broke down and proved in that video that I did what was it called? Hurry Up Ilya Tapuria. I proved that Ilya Tapuria is fighting at the exact same rate as other champions have in the past. The rate that Ilya Tapuria is fighting at is no different to other champions. Most champions fight twice or once per year for the last 8 fucking years. I've walked through that video step by step by step. Ilya is going to be fighting again this year. Probably around, what is it? November. Ilya is going to be fighting again. Volk, yeah, exactly. Volk was pound for pound on the list. Ilya also out-wrestled Bryce Mitchell and beat big old meaty hooks. Big old meaty hooks. Josh Emmett on the hands. You are bugging. Yeah, you are bugging. Leon beat Usman and Covington? Yeah, he did. Well, that's why Leon's gotten booted off the list, because he lost so much fucking hype. It was insane. Ilya has that harmless Chihuahua, can't actually do anything type of vibe. He does have, especially with the way that he looks at Max Holloway. Thank you, Anakin. Yeah, Josh Emmett. Yeah. So I think the fact that we know that he has done years and years of jiu-jitsu as a student growing up, the fact that he can out-wrestle Bryce Mitchell, he can piece up Josh Emmett, and he can knock out Alexander Volkanovski, does put him on the list. Damn, man, I just don't see Ilya doing anything anymore. And hey, listen, Mo, you rubbed it in on the... Where are we doing this? Let me go back to the live stream so I can talk to you properly. Mo, you successfully rubbed it in on the comment of today's recap video. Well done. You can rub it in on the Discord all you want. You could say Doug was wrong about Belal Muhammad all you want. But I do think Ilya Tapuria has still got more to prove, and you are probably writing him off a little bit too early. Especially with this whole, like, he's being inconsistent. He trust me, I went and did the math. You can go back and watch that video. He is being as consistent as every other champion has been since 2012, which is as far back as I could be bothered to look, because I realized that I was getting nowhere. Where are we at? 1 hour. Guys, I gotta go. Mo, it was good to speak to you, man. I'm so happy that you popped in and said hi. I hope the new job is treating you well, my friend. If Tapuria beats Max, where would you rank him? If Ilya Tapuria beats Max Holloway, he can't go any higher than number 2. Islam Makhachev is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's got the wrestling, he's got the striking, and he submitted Charles Oliveira, who is the best submission artist in the UFC. Islam Makhachev is so far an amazing... Islam Makhachev already... I think we did this before. Let me have a look real quick. Really quick before I go. Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah. I don't know if you guys know. I've already got Islam Makhachev I've already got Islam Makhachev on my GOAT list. He's already number 5 on my GOAT list. When you look at his skill set, it's fucking unbelievable. The fact that he comes from a dynasty that is completely unbeaten, Khabib's dynasty. He outboxed Dustin Poirier. He out-jiu-jitsu'd Charles Oliveira. He's got 1 loss, and his early records weren't nearly as padded as Khabib's. He's fucking phenomenal. So yeah, man. Muhammad Usman's old and Colby sucks. The commentary yesterday was really bad. It was, Alex. It really, really was. Give it a like, you cunts, before you go and click on your next stream. Yes, please go. Give this stream a like, boys. Help the channel grow. Bigger and better things. Help me save up to get over to America. All that kind of good stuff. So yeah, please help the channel grow. And, if you can't financially support the channel, giving it a like is as good as financially supporting the channel because it pushes it out there to a new and bigger audience, and we can all argue with each other more and more and more. Is anybody in the UFC space or in the MMA space live? Is anybody live right now? Mate, am I the last one to go live? Oh, MMA Clown Show is live. Is he live? The MMA Clown Show? The MMA Clown Show is live. Here we go. What list is this? Pound for pound. Oh, Blueprint. You are late. Sorry, we were just doing... I don't know what we were just doing. We were just doing a tier list of least intimidating in the UFC. The least intimidating in the UFC. Guys, I'm out here. Go and say hi to the MMA Clown Show. I don't know if his work is good, if it's bad. I don't know. I don't listen to him. But go say hi to the MMA Clown Show. What do you mean I can't do that? Clown Show is ranting with another guy right now. I don't know if it's good or it's bad. I've never listened to the Clown Show. But go say hi. Go tell him Dougie's Corner sent you guys over there. You guys have a great night. I will see you later. Peace out. Stay safe. Stay happy. See you in the next video, guys. See you in the next live stream. Thanks for joining me, guys. See ya. Jesus, he's going off. Fucking hell. Maybe don't go over to the Clown Show. That guy's